Welcome to Think in English Leap, the podcast where every episode is a step forward in your English journey.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Joe, and today we are tackling something that literally everyone sweats over, speaking English at work.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jane. As Joe said, we're talking about workplace communication today. And by sweats over, Joe means something that causes people a lot of anxiety or stress. Navigating office conversations can be tricky, especially for non-native speakers.
For real. I mean, you want to sound smart, but sometimes you just draw a blank. Or worse, you end up sounding like a robot. Today, we're going to give you the lowdown on how to sound natural, confident, and professional.
That's an excellent goal. For our listeners, drawing a blank means suddenly forgetting what you wanted to say, and giving you the lowdown means providing the most important information or facts. Let's start with the first hurdle most people face in the morning, small talk.
Oh man, small talk. You're at the coffee machine, the boss walks in, and suddenly you're sweating bullets. You gotta break the ice, but you don't want to just talk about the weather again.
Exactly. To break the ice means to initiate a conversation in a social setting to relieve tension. Small talk is crucial because it builds rapport or a friendly relationship with your colleagues. Instead of the weather, you can ask open-ended questions about their weekend or current projects.
Right. I usually go with something like, hey, catch any good games this weekend? Or, how are things shaping up with the new client? It gets the ball rolling.
Those are great, natural phrases. Getting the ball rolling means starting a process or conversation. For our learners, a great professional formula is make an observation, then ask a related question. For example, I noticed you were working late on the marketing pitch. How is it coming along?
Boom. You sound smart and you show you care. But let's shift gears a bit. What happens when you're actually in a meeting? I know a lot of people feel like they can't get a word in edgewise.
Yes, shifting gears means changing the topic. And not getting a word in edgewise is a fantastic idiom. It means you can't find an opportunity to speak because other people are talking continuously. In meetings, interrupting politely is a very high-level skill.
Yeah, you can't just yell, hey, shut up, it's my turn. You gotta slide in there smoothly. How do we chime in without looking like a jerk?
To chime in means to join a conversation or express an opinion. Instead of abruptly talking over someone, use transitional phrases. You can say, if I could just jump in here for a moment, or I'd like to add something to what Sarah just said.
I love that. Piggybacking off someone else's idea is such a pro move. You're like, to piggyback on Sarah's point, I think we should also check the budget.
Spot on, Joe. Piggybacking in a business context means using an existing idea or thought as a foundation for your own. It validates your colleague's contribution while allowing you to share your perspective. It's highly collaborative.
Okay, but what if Sarah's idea is terrible? We've all been there. Someone pitches a total dud of an idea, and you have to push back without stepping on any toes.
That is definitely a delicate situation. Stepping on toes means offending or upsetting someone, especially by getting involved in something that is their responsibility. Disagreeing professionally requires tact. You should never attack the person. Focus on the issue.
Right, so no saying, that's the worst idea I've ever heard. Even if you wrap it in corporate speak, people see right through it. Do we have to sugarcoat it?
Sugarcoating means making something seem more pleasant or positive than it actually is. You don't have to sugarcoat it, but you should use diplomatic language. A great technique is the yes, but approach. You acknowledge their view, then introduce your concern.
Give us an example, Jane. Drop some knowledge on us.
Certainly. You could say, I see where you're coming from, Sarah, but I'm concerned about how this might impact our timeline. Or, that's an interesting approach, but have we considered the extra costs involved?
Wow, that's smooth. It totally softens the blow. Softening the blow means making bad news or criticism easier to take, guys. You're basically saying no without actually saying the word no.
Exactly. In advanced business English, directness can sometimes be perceived as rudeness. Using modal verbs like might, could, or would helps soften your statements. Instead of this will fail, say this might be challenging.
Game changer. Okay, we've crushed small talk, we've survived the meeting, and we politely told Sarah her idea needs work. Now, how do we wrap things up and keep the momentum going?
Wrapping up a meeting usually involves action items. These are specific tasks assigned to individuals. It's important to use clear language here so everyone knows what they are responsible for.
Yeah, my boss loves to say, let's touch base next week, or make sure to keep me in the loop. Corporate jargon is a whole different language, I swear.
It really is. Let's define those for our listeners. To touch base simply means to make contact or briefly update someone, and keeping someone in the loop means keeping them informed about a project's progress.
So if I'm wrapping up, I could say, all right, team, I'll take care of the budget report and I'll loop you all in by Friday so we can touch base on Monday. Look at me, speaking fluent corporate.
That was perfectly constructed, Joe. It's professional, clear, and uses common business idioms naturally. For our learners, practicing these phrases aloud will help them become second nature.
Second nature, meaning it becomes a habit you don't even have to think about. Well, guys, that is all the time we have for today. We hope you got some killer tips to level up your English at work.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, confidence comes with practice. Try using 1 or 2 of these idioms in your office this week. Don't forget to check the show notes for a full vocabulary list. Until next time.